Hey guys, it's Maxie here, and welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of the Young Team. Last season, as you know, we finished in 8th place. We got to a quarter final of One Cup competition and battled out the first round of the Scottish Cup. It's been a very interesting summer. We've still not had the effects of Brexit in game, which is good, but it's been a few outs, a few ins, an interesting cup campaign, and yeah, quite interesting. You can probably see from the both confidence, job security. They're pleased that we'll give a lot of youngsters first team opportunities. That was always the plan. That's the plan of the save. You can see that they are slightly disappointed with the departure of Trevor Carson. So we'll go into that in a second. What I just want to confirm first is obviously last year we started the relationship with St Etienne as a parent club. Glad to say we've also got a relationship now with Braga. So being able to acquire some players from both clubs, you're limited to 5 loans. Those 5 loans have been taken up. And yeah, we'll just try and utilise that partnership basically until Brexit comes in and affects the amount of foreign players we can bring in. As soon as I know which kind of Brexit we're getting, I'll let you know. We're also trying to bring in Effie Ambrose, which we're waiting on a work permit, and Danny Johnson looks like he's going to Melbourne Victory. Again, also waiting on a work permit. So in terms of transfers, you can see they're 3 from St Etienne and 1 from Braga. Adstein Belachter is a young loanee striker. A good bit about him. I feel he's someone that we brought in more as a development loan. We'll give him opportunities, but he'll be fighting with James Scott and probably a lot of reserve football, but someone we can call upon in terms of numbers. Bilal Ben Khadim just looked like someone that could give us a bit of creation in the 10. Someone to rotate with Craig Tanner, because Turnbull was playing further deep, but good passing, dribbling, first touch. I just liked what I saw from him, and I just felt like he's probably someone that if something happens to Craig Tanner, can certainly come in, but another one that's just 18 years of age. Wesley Fonfana, 18 as well, centre half, just really give us more depth at the back. Obviously we've got Charles Dunn, Peter Hartley and Tom Aldred is now in a permanent contract, and of course Barry Maguire as well, but it gives you that other option, and again someone that we can help develop on. Physical's on the right way, so if we can keep improving him, could be someone that could be a decent hand this season. As we said last season, Charlie Seaman is in as a right back, so he'll get some opportunities there. Physicals again on the right way. Couple of mentals are pretty good, can work on a few things, maybe composure, concentration, but let's be honest, if you're the finished article, you're certainly not playing for Motherwell Football Club at this moment in time. Tom Aldred, permanent deal, that was fine, that was a no-brainer. Physicals are a bit iffy, but you know, strength's always going to be good, same with jump and reach too, can head, mark, can tackle. Mentals are pretty good, and because of Adam and loan last season, I just think it was a no-brainer to bring him on a permanent contract. Ryan Hardie was a good one to bring in, a good striker with someone that's a good poacher, pretty much what we're looking for, someone a wee bit different for Curtis Main. Good work rate, off the ball's pretty decent, again composure, decision making could be better, but he's one again at 22 we can look to bring in, develop and sell on for a tidy profit. Rico Silva gives us another player we can rotate with David Turnbull, because we can't really risk using David with his injury problems last year. So it's another option, can play in the centre mid advanced playmaker, or can play in the 10 as well. Just a lot of stats there that really impressed me. Can probably be like a C-Tech, not even a B-Tech, but a C-Tech Bernardo Silva, but someone I'm looking forward to seeing how he does for us. One I was really delighted to pull off was Marcus Brown, just the fact that the loan deal was only 1k wages, pretty much a direct replacement for Gaboli Aribe. I just feel like he offers everything Gaboli does, probably a bit better. See there, most stats are in double figures, all the stats that he needs are in double figures, and he's just a really good attacking inside forward that we probably really need this football club. So it is a bit loan heavy, but it is all young players and it won't stop us giving loan opportunities to our own. I'll cover Remy Matthews in a minute. Rodriguez Gorimanu was going to go to Dynamo Bucharest, that's a done deal. Decided I was going to go with Trevor Carson as my number 1, so Mark Gillespie went to Millwall on loan, 10 grand a month plus his wages being paid, so effectively paying about 80k to take him for 6 months. I thought, well, that's a bit of money for the club, saves us having 2 good goalkeepers. I can put Rowan Ferguson on the bench. Liam Donnelly went as a sell-on clause if he does well at Accrington, but he tends not to do great on FM. One of our new gens, Logan Boyd, went to Stenhousemuir. Then Trevor Carson took the huff, wanted to leave with bizarre bids from Besiktas and Anderlecht, before eventually agreeing a 1.2, raising to 1.5 million deal for Trevor Carson. We only get 40, we get 60%, 40% goes to Hartlepool. Board didn't give me a lot, but I managed to just bring in Remy Matthews. We have used their loan, so it had to be a permanent transfer. Becomes our highest earner, but someone who had a good spell at Plymouth, good okay run at Bolton in game, and unfortunately played for Hamilton, but I just feel like it's someone that can do okay for us. The physicals are a bit, no, sorry, the mentals, concentration and decision making, but he's a good shot stopper. I just feel like he's someone I can trust until we get Mark Gillespie back, and then I'll judge what we can do with him. We really had to work with the contract, so effectively his min release clause is what we paid for him, but you have to do what you have to do to bring him in effectively, so hopefully he does as a job, and Rowan Ferguson will be our number 2. So it's an okay squad. It's a lot more depth. You can see there's like Adam Livingston about the first team now, still getting Bulu, Maguire, Shea Gordon's back, James Scott. But if I don't feel like they're getting opportunities, if they're lacking match fitness, boost them into the reserves and get game time there. Because our reserve squad's young anyway. There's Liam Brown at 20, the rest are 19 and younger, and then that takes you into under 18s, which is just basically the new gen group. So probably going to work it like that. 15, 16, and 17 will play under 18s. Up to 21 will be the reserves, and then effectively using the reserves on the 21 squad. And really at Motherwell, I'd be hoping at 21 you'd be ready for the first team. But it's not always the case. So finances now, 1.3 in the bank, no money, over a wage bill. Yeah. We've got to just make sure we're financially making the right decisions, but Carson had to go. There is still plenty of time in this transfer window. As I say, there's players that could be leaving. F.A. Ambrose, I think, will likely get cancelled, and Danny Johnson will hopefully bring in 100k at the club, which, considering how much we used him last year, and Ryan Hardy ahead of him in the pecking order, that's him keeping James Scott around, because I feel like Danny Johnson going, James Scott can come in with Curtis Main, and that gives us plenty of options. So, a live play is going to be the first league game of the season. Unfortunately, we're out the cup. Made a royal arse of that, putting the team together. A good 2-1 win against Stranraer. Curtis Main scored in early doors. Marcus Brown made it 2-0. Good to get some guys run-outs as well, the likes of Shea Gordon. Cameron Elliott scored a screamer for Stranraer, but we won 2-1. We pushed and we attacked. We could not score to save ourselves. You can see there, Hardy, Scott, all on the park. Hastie as well. Could not score against Falkirk, and it was Robbie Iverson with an assist from Dementis Petrovicius. Imagine how raging I was when that happened. But yeah, not great. Played at home, pathetic as well. Just could not break them down. Did give a few guys opportunities here, but it's worrying, that folk aren't scoring. All those penalties were going in the back of the net. And thankfully, Chris Kane missed for Clyde, and Adston Bellacare with the decisive penalty for us. I was a bit worried when it was the younger boys starting to take penalties, just depending on their composure. So it meant we're pretty much out, but a good win away to Ayr. Goals from Craig Tanner, David Turnbull and Ryan Hardy gave us a 3-0 victory, all on the stroke of either half-time or full-time. A good win, good to get more minutes in Tanz's legs, and hopefully he'll be basically a new player going forward into the second season. As we know, Livingston down, Inverness replaced them, and Dundee stay in the league after beating Dundee United. So before we play Hamilton, in fact no, we'll actually play Hamilton. I was going to do a round up all the transfers. Realistically, why don't we leave that for the video next time against Rangers, where we can hype up the full concluded transfer windows. I like the sound of that, because no doubt we'll end up with a couple of people leaving. So, team for this one, we're sticking to the attacking system that we brought in last year, called New System, just basically passing it about. So we're going to go with Remy Matthews in goal, back four, Tate, Dunn, Fonfana and Grimshaw due to Aldred's injury. And when I need to play a left-footed and a right-footed centre-back, Campbell's a ball winner, side Turnbull playmaker, Cadden on the right, Tanner in the middle in the 10, Brown on the left and Hardy in the bench. Our subs for this one, Rowan Ferguson, Charlie Seaman, Peter Hartley, Carl McHugh, Rico Silva, Curtis Main and Jake Hastie. So hopefully a good performance here. John beating the referee. See how the boys do in this one. Remy Matthews will of course get the number 1 jersey. He is about to take on his former club in this one. So let's see who they've got that's different. Junior 2. Now, Nabil Alou is an interesting one because I've had him in a former FM and he was, I think it was NEC I had him. It might have been NEC. He was average one season and then absolutely superb after it, so I'm a bit worried there. Speaking of NEC, we tried to bring in Ollie Terha Romney on loan from, well, he was for NEC, but they sold him to Villem-Tois, or whatever Villem's second name is, but we couldn't bring him in. Basically, they were quite happy to give him a chance in the first team, but I just thought that would be a pretty awesome moment if we were able to bring in somebody that stature to boost the numbers. Interesting there, Dundee going ahead for Glenn Middleton, so he's not been able to break through at Rangers and finds himself basically fulfilling Scott Wright's role at Dundee. I'm hoping we get a good start. The fixture list's a bit more kinder than it was in real life. Obviously, real fixtures in season 1. So hopefully we can push on this year. I always want to say and get to a cup semi-final or a final, but the fact we're only in one now, the Scottish Cup, means I'd probably want to try and push for 6th or 7th. If we can try and get top 6, it might be difficult. I think just sustaining the team we've got, hopefully pushing on, and yeah, maybe surprising a few people, maybe somehow sneaking into Europe. There's Tate for Tanner. Is it to Turnbull, ball in the box, Cadden with the header. It's a good save for Gary Woods. Just a bit bizarre that Cadden's going up for headers, but that's what it is. You hope when you get a highlight like that, you can score. Not in this instance. Man. Let's push them back. If we can try and win the ball here, then our striker's through. Tanner, play it, Tans! Oh, why did you not put Ryan Hardy through? Tanner with a shot. The striker was through there. If he just played Ryan Hardy in, he could have been bearing through in goal. And it could have saw ourselves take a good lead at half time. I'm quite worried that Ryan Hardy's that far back. A set piece and not in the box. But no, at half time, it still looks like a few of the players are getting used to each other. There's not really any language barrier, it's just maybe a bit of cohesion. So say the guys from far from please just try and get them motivated. I don't want to change anything too soon. It doesn't look like it's been horribly wrong. We'll allow them to make the first move with our back 5. Now we ball in. Who is following James Keaton's there? Absolutely no one. Which means when Remy Matthews palms it back out, he's able to slot it home. So that is worrying me. You're losing in an opening day fixture to your rivals. We'll give this to about 60 minutes and then we'll start to make changes. Push that to positive just in case we're going too far forward and ourselves exposed. Right, so it is going to be Ryan Hardy off. He'll be replaced by actually Tanner for Curtis Main. Not Jake Hastie, Curtis Main. I just want to play the 2 up top and go the 4-4-2 route. Curtis Main is an attacker right up there, attacking target man. Cadden's not been great, so we'll put Jake Hastie in for him. I'll just go with 2. Go with him as an attacking winger, just really go at it. And hope we can get some joy. Yeah, the third sub will likely be Turnbull coming off for Rico Silva, although to be fair, Brown's not been great. Neither is Hardy either. We need to try and win the ball in the middle of the park though. If we can't get hold of the ball, it doesn't really mean anything. So that's the worrying thing about Turnbull's physicals, and you could argue there that's the inexperience of Fonfana being exposed there, as that goes above him and into the back of the net. So do a potential look at bringing 2 left-footed centre-backs in, or do I pray that the return of Tom Aldred happens sooner rather than later? Because I think we've played okay. Statistically everything's went in our favour, but it's been a shocking start. We just need to go for it now. I don't think there's anything else we can really do. 3 subs have been made. I've kind of showed my winger hand when I've taken off, as I say, Cadden to put Hastie in, but it's poor all over. I think Elliot Feeder was someone that will possibly go as well. Hardy, square it, it's the bar, Curtis Main. That's a great tackle from Lenny Soa. So yeah, it's not looking good at the start of the season. Wasn't a Hamilton, but we'll just need to hope, teams settle together, they get a bit of cohesion, and hopefully we can start performing better. Hardly with a chance, and again, just breezed off the ball there. Unfortunately, this was just going to be a highlight to finish it. So a 2-0 win for Hamilton. Probably equal amount of shots there, a lot more on target. We need to be a bit more clinical. 23 fouls to their 5, so maybe we get away with a lot. But you can see there, nobody really showed up. Maybe even a lack of sharpness in terms of fitness as well. They're a lot of guys on song, and that's what's given them the victory here. So far from pleased, disappointed. And I'll just say to them, no, it's not good enough. We do need to improve, and hopefully we do in due time. It's not a great start to the season. And of course, Gillespie plays for Millwall against Oxford in the Championship of all places. So there you go. We let him out and he wasn't playing in the Championship, so he probably would definitely been our number one. But fixtures going forward, Hearts, St Johnstone and St Mirren this month, 2 home games, and then they finish it away, then a home to Rangers. So I'd like to hope we can try and pick some points up in those 3 games before you join us for that Let's Play against Rangers. So cheers for watching, much appreciated. Let us know how you think we'll do this season. Is that going to be a sign of things to come? Are we going to be down the bottom of the table? Or is it just thankfully a bad day at the office and we can pick up from here? So as always, cheers. Any likes, comments, subscriptions, deeply appreciated. Let us know how you feel the save is going. If you've started a save in the new database, who's been your standout guys. And yeah, want a bit of advice, just buy João Felix and you should be alright for any team that can afford them. But take it easy. I'll see you next time. See you later. Bye bye.